The one and only Ahmed Ali.
Thank you very much. Can you hear me?
And then I started doing more research and I found you, and I hate newer videos, but the coaching calls was one of the things. And then you had another video that caught my eye where it was specific, outside the PMP, but I knew this is real content. This is things that will be on exam, right?
I did hard work for sure, but I think the follow-up, sir, you did. I don't know how you managed to do the follow-up. With one particular student like me, you have hundreds of students. You are just keeping an eye on each of the students. So after my hard work, I can say that the credit goes to you, sir. That is for sure.
Hi Amir, good morning. Yes, I cleared the exam. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for your support. And this has happened only because of that customized roadmap and mocks. And you always keep on asking us to do proper RCA, detailed RCA. It happened only because of the detailed RCA. Yes, this RCA helped me a lot.
Thank you for all this guidance and support you gave me, Mr. Amir. Thanks for our team.
So I was just looking at his post, who cleared the PMP, and he used to post the success stories on daily basis. So I reached out to Alina and I asked her how is his program or something. So she said you can trust him and you should join this program if you are looking for it.
It was a very customized base feedback that I was getting from sir, from you.
So yes, follow-up is very important, and thank you very much for that. It made me accountable. If you didn't ask me this often, I would have slacked off more.
I would say your course was super important. I think this was the main part, once you understand the course, and then I think the mocks were super important. Your emphasis on mocks, you kept nagging us that, get this mock done, do RCA. All of this was super helpful because questions were they were similar. So yeah, mocks were, there are so many mocks that you have, and if you do all of them, I'm pretty sure anybody who goes, who does them can easily clear a PMP.
Amir, first of all, thank you so much. I think without your guidance, it took me 1 year, one complete year. I was preparing for PMP through books and everything. So I was giving some mocks also available online, and I was not able to, have that confidence that I'll be able to clear. But I'm telling you, after attending the classes, especially after doing the mocks, doing the RCAs, I was feeling confident enough that yes, I can attempt it. And the day you told me to book your exam, I still asked you that are you sure that I can give the exam? And you said yes, you're ready.
First of all, I thank you a lot for the privilege, because when I started encounter with your program through LinkedIn, so some of your thoughts, always motivating me, I can do it, I can do it, I can do it. So I always follow you, almost everything, all your journeys. I watch all of them, even the one that they speak in your local language.
So that was not an easy journey, and it would not be possible without you. I really appreciate the support. He was always available for my questions and always put me in the right direction. And actually, if I want to say how was the journey, my journey started 2 years back. When I first called you for the SP, and then you directed me to PMP, and then we did SP after that, and then you tricked me to do the PGMP.
Thank you so much, and again, Amir, thank you so much, and your mocks are really good. I mean, yeah, please, everyone should do your mock for sure, and then they will be all prepared for the exam. And trust your program.
And then you came with your follow-ups, and that kind of really boosted me. Those daily follow-ups, making sure that I was getting the mocks that I needed to do completed, and following up on me, it really boosted my motivation again. And as I was started doing those mocks, I got an opportunity for a job which required me to have PMP. So I had to book for PMP before I get the interview.
Mostly coaching goal is for you understand how you will solve the question. Mostly it is like that. We can only do the 10 or 12 questions, maybe less than that. But main thing is it will come into your bones that you have to do elimination technique. So you cannot go just, okay, this is the answer, I will go directly put this answer. That is the main thing. It will come into you that you have to do elimination technique. That is the best thing for coaching all.
Yeah.
Alhamdulillah, with the right guidance from yourself, I managed to do good in the exam and to clear the PMP. I would say that your approach was really helpful because I'm not that type of a person who would sit there and read a lot of theoretical things to get things done. I'm more of a practical person who would prefer practicing over sticking to the theoreticals. And
I would definitely say that the root cause analysis for me was the key. And here's why. Is some people try so hard to memorize all the processes and how they're all linked together. And if you do this, then you got to do that. And some people, maybe they think that way. That was very hard for me. It was just a lot to memorize. I'm not Amer Ali. I can't do that. So for me, just the process of actually answering the questions with your technique of process of elimination. And then you're left with always like two answers. Which one do you do? And if you get it wrong, you have to go do the root cause analysis. So thank you, sir. Yeah, thank you very much for everything. Fantastic. I would not have done as well as I had done if I hadn't had the foundation that you gave me, for sure.
Who here wants to be successful? Raise your hands. Raise your hands if you want to be successful. My name is Amir Ali and I have helped more than 4,000 students to become certified PMP. Not trained, certified PMP in last 5 years. And today is a Christmas. Merry Christmas to everyone who is celebrating all over the world. This is the last coaching call of the year. I wanted to make it special and you are going to love it. If you are my student, put something in the chat box. What's your name, from where you are watching this coaching call, and when is your exam. Today coaching call has been defined or designed in a way that it gives you multiple things in one coaching call. And most importantly, at the end of the coaching call, those people who stayed, and there will be a thing I'll ask them to do, I'm going to share 300 tips. Yes, you heard me right. 300 tips which me and my team has been working hard to make a document that can help you to solve question answers. Now, these 300 tips have been made in a way by looking at the RCS of the question answers, by going through a different question answers. Okay, this question, this question, this questions. Like, we have gone through a lot of the RCS and finally compiled these 300 tips for you for solving question answers. I'll show you some of those tips right now, what they say as a kind of a trailer, but this will only be given to those people that who stay with us. Okay. So Sidra, message in your group that the coaching call has started. Kashif, in all the, not in the batch 12, but all other groups, message the coaching call has started. Okay. So what are those 300 tips? I'll show you. Okay, where is that? The first. Yeah. You are going to love that, guys. Okay. How to handle communications. Like, if the stakeholders are confused or misaligned, then review and tailor the communication plan, because misalignment indicates communication needs, frequency, etc., etc. Right? If information is complex, sensitive, and open to interpretation, use a different information into that way. Then tip number 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, etc., etc. So I'm gonna give you 300 tips at the end of the session, those who stayed till the end. Okay, Abdul Alim, I'm gonna ask you put a message in the group whichever you are, that the coaching call has started. Sidra, I'm gonna ask you same thing. Okay, now let's come into the important part of this coaching call. The important part of this coaching call is to see how basically we can look into that, how we can understand how to solve question answers, right? What is the way to do the question answers? What is the way not to do question answer? How I can actually look in the best possible way. Okay, so Why I can't see? Okay, here. Was not able to see this. So 3 things that you need to learn for the PMP exam whenever you are giving PMP exam, and I'm gonna work with you and look into that to give the 3 tips that we can look into. So Nawab, you rescheduled it to 2nd of January. 3 things that you must know. Okay. So first and most important is flow of PMP. Second, how to solve PMP question answers. Third, time management. If you can manage these 3 things, flow of PMP, how to manage time, how to solve question answers, you can clear project management professional. Okay. Now, my question to you is that what does flow of PMP mean? Let's go into that. How to solve PMP question, we'll go into that, and time management. All these 3 things I'm going to explain. Are you excited for that? I am. Okay. How to flow of PMP? Flow of PMP is basically how each topics move to the direction. What happens in initiation, planning, execution, monitoring and control, and closing. Okay. Initiation and in depth execution, closing. So as I explained into it, I need your more interaction. Amrit put in the batch 11 that awesome things are happening so that people can join from batch 11, not in the batch 12. Okay, only in batch 11. So what happens in initiation? I want you to put in the chat box. What happens in planning? What happens in execution? What happens in monitoring and control? What happens in closing? Put in the chat box. And I'm gonna give you actually tentative things to do. Okay, tentative things to do, the documents to do that we know work into that. Initiation, 3 things happen. You write down project charter, you make assumption log, you make stakeholder register. 3 things happens under initiation. Project charter, assumption log, stakeholder register. Very important. All of them are extremely critical. Then in planning, we decide, are we going to go for predictive or agile? If it's predictive, then we have 18 plans and 33 documents. If it's agile, I need to know 4 values, 12 principle, then Scrum. In Scrum, I need to know 5 events, 3 roles, 3 artifact, okay, information radiator, these things. Okay, this is your planning. Then we go to execution. In execution, okay, we actually implement plan. We implement plan. Okay, we implement plan. We handle issues. We manage team, stakeholders, conduct procurement and implement risk response. Everyone is with me so far? Like what we are doing, you agree into that? Initiation, planning, execution. Are you with me so far? Okay. So if we are in agile, execution is more of a, like if I talk about from the context of agile, planning is sprint planning, Execution is daily stand up, daily stand up, daily stand up. Monitoring and control will be sprint review and retrospective. In the context of, if I go with the AHL, in predictive, we will do variance analysis. Okay. Variance analysis. Which mean planned versus actual. If plan is not good, I will raise a change request approved by change control board and will implement it. Changes. All changes are implemented in which process? The changes have been approved in monitoring and control, but the changes will be implemented in which process? Put in the chat box. Where the changes will be implemented. Which process changes will be implemented? Execution. Thank you. Not any phase. Execution. Kashif Sahab, all changes must be implemented in execution. Okay. So changes are implemented. Now in closing, okay, in closing, we close the project. We close the project. Lesson learn repository, final report, and fail or succeed, both case. Okay, this is one style of flow of PMP. Okay, now that is a one style of flow of PMP. The other style, okay, and that is equally important. Other style that is equally important is this. The same way, stakeholder register is made here. Okay, stakeholder engagement plan is made here. How do you make the plan? What are the things like if I take the example of a stakeholder is identified in the initiation, put in the stakeholder register, categorized, then prioritized. Okay, then you make a stakeholder engagement plan which has two things, strategies and like stakeholder engagement matrix and the strategies that you need to do into that. Okay, how to handle those strategies. Then the plan is approved, we implement the plan. What does implementation mean? Execution of those strategies which has been agreed with the stakeholders. Okay, these are the strategies I want to implement. We implement those pattern strategies, that is execution. In monitoring and control, we check current and desired engagement of the stakeholder. Is it according to what we required currently at the project? And if it is not, we change those strategies by raising the change request. Okay, then in the communication topic, communication management plan is made. Here execution, all managed communication happen. Here we monitor the communication. Then here, let's say resource, we acquire the resources. Here we develop, manage their conflict, and here we control the resources. Okay, like every single topic, how the flow happens for that, you must know the flow of the topic. Now it may look like overwhelming. Of course, resistant stakeholder is important. It may look like it is overwhelming. How I would know what happened in each process? Does it feel overwhelming? Put something in the comment box. Does it feel overwhelming? What happened in the stakeholder topic? What happened in the communication? What happened there? How the flow moves? Does it feel overwhelming? Kashif says yes. What about other people? So that is why I have written this booklet that you have with you, and the revised edition booklet 2.0 already shared with the students. If you do not have a PMP booklet 2.0, ask your facilitator if you are my student to have this thing. If you are not my student, you can buy it from Amazon or wherever it is available out there. This PMP booklet give you the sequence of every single thing, the entire flow. That is why I've written this, and it is 14 pages. I have a student, she's my one-to-one student, she recently joined. He came to me after failing 2 times. She said that I will start in new year after 15 January. I said, okay, just let me ask one thing, right? How much time you can give on holidays? She said maybe 20 minutes. I gave her this booklet. Okay, I gave her this booklet, and she go through that booklet 2 times in last 20 minutes. This is the power of that. You can read the entire booklet. You can read the entire booklet 20 times, like 2 times in 20 minutes. If you are a quick reader, at least 1 time in 20 minutes. Read it for 7 days. Okay, read it for 7 days. Breathe it. You must know each and every single topic of that. Okay, each and everything. Kamlesh, you can buy on Amazon. Just go on Amazon. It is just the printing price. If you want an e-copy, you can ping me. I'll send you the link to buy. You can get the e-copy. This is the most important document for the PMP ever written by anyone. How important? Okay, if you do not have this copy and you are my student, okay, get a copy. But still, I'll just show you how important it is, how easy it is. Okay, so how easy it is. You see, only 24 pages, but include like the first 4 pages are useless. They are just there. It's like 16 to 18 pages. If I go to the only stakeholder topic to get the flow, here you go. Understand the flow of the stakeholder. Please read it, everyone, quickly. Even if you are my student, read this quickly. Once you read, put Reddit. I will scroll it down. Once you are done, put it down. Stakeholders 11 step done or 11 step done. Just put in the chat box. Put in the chat box 11 step done. Kashif 11 step done. 2 people have done it. What about other people? Good. So this quickly, like it take 2 to 3 minutes for you, and I am sharing the screen. If you are reading it yourself, if you are doing it yourself, you can read the entire booklet daily 20 minutes. 20 minutes, and you breathe it. Let's say you are preparing for PMP, you took the training, you have booked the exam for 35 days or 60 days. Read it every day. After 30 days, you can tell each and every single word on it. And that is called breathing of PMP. Must think. Okay. So that is how you will get the flow of PMP. Okay. You will get that flow of PMP. Okay. That is the first and most important thing. Okay, you get the flow of PMP. flow of PMP. You got it? Acha, sometime people are not familiar with the language of PMI. They become problematic into that. So I love to make things that are easy to for you to consume. That are the things that are easy for you to have, right? So let's say you felt that the language of PMI is challenge for you. For that, I'm gonna give you, if you're my student, and if you are okay, even if you are not my student, at the end of the session, I have something that I will share it to you. So okay, it will be on that document. So what I'm gonna do with you, okay, so what you are gonna get here, like as my student, one thing I will give at the end for those who are not even my student, this flashcards will be given to you. Okay, these flashcards are basically, go through this flashcard 3 times total. Okay, what is acceptance criteria, what is accuracy, right, what is activity list. These languages are different language. Just go through these flashcards 2 times. Okay, 2 times. It will take the first time, or let's make it 3 times. Let's make it 3 times. When you are done with the flashcard for 3 times, it will take 2 hours first time, 1 hour second time, and 30 minutes third time. When you are done with the flashcards, you will be able to understand every single word of PMP. And these flashcards are made from the official PMI ATP material, PMI authorized training partner material that PMI has given us. So go to the flashcard after a booklet or even before you are done with the flow of PMP. So if the flow of PMP is clear to you, put in the chat box, flow of PMP is done, or for flow of PMP is clear. Or if you have any question, please ask. This is how you understand the entire content, right? I can also call it as a flow of PMP as a entire content of PMP, sequence of PMP. You can name it whatever you want, guys. This is your thing. You can name whatever you want. Okay. Once you understand the flow of PMP, you know, like you actually know how, which documents to work, which documents not to work, etc., etc. You know them. What is risk management plan, risk register? Risk register does not have a risk in it. You know that now. That thing is done for you. Okay, that thing is done for you. Now comes the third step. Very important thing. Many time people go and read books, like they attend a training. At the end of the training, they give us the Rita McCloy, read this book, or PMP Simplified, whatever the famous author at that time is, and a big book is given to them. They don't even understand their learning style, and the book is given to them. As a result, they could not read, they could not understand, they don't do it. Don't let this happen to you. Get the PMP booklet or watch the videos, get the content. The purpose is to understand the content by reading books. Okay, so last night on Christmas, I give my daughter Vision Pro, the VR glasses, as a gift. And she was actually, I was showing her the how to play games, and then I was showing her some storybooks that she need to understand through that Vision Pro. Like, the world is moving through AI, the world is moving through virtual reality. If you are not a book reader, don't start reading it. Understand your way. The only goal is to know the flow. Once you master the flow of PMP, once you master the content of PMP, that's done. Next thing, how to solve PMP question. So there are 7 steps, but the most important are these 3 steps. First is slow down. We will be solving 10 question answers. Okay, so I will show you how you slow down, how you work into it. Slow down. Understand the context of the question. Because when you move quickly, you actually move fast, and you are not able to understand the context of the question. You are not able to understand what the question is saying. So slow down. Read the question properly. No, okay, this is the thing, this is the thing, this is the thing. Once you understand, then Then you identify keywords. Okay. Now keywords will be which document to update, which plan has happened, which thing is violated. Okay. These will what should you update first, what should you update second, what you should you update third, what you should update four, etc, etc, etc. All these things will be there. All these things will be there. Keywords, keywords, keywords. Okay. Now, in order to solve that questions, how to solve the question answers, again, I have two things for you. 70 tips and tricks. 70 tips and tricks will be there to identify only keywords. This directly gives you the keywords into it. What keywords you need to look. You will get it from your coach or facilitator, and how to solve question answer, the 7-step formula, you will get it. Okay. One more time. You want to know what are the tips, like for example, if I read it, product owner. This is tip number 39. In agile project management, the product owner is a role responsibility for defining and prioritizing the requirements of the project. They represent the stakeholders and ensure that the product or solution being developed meet their needs and expectations. Okay, product owner. So you will get these 70 tips and tricks. Very important. Even if you are not my student, just reach me out. I'll send you these 70 tips and tricks. And how to solve question answers, 7 step, I'll also send you that. Happy? If you are my student, you get everything. Okay. Flashcards are only for my students. Now, the third and most important thing, elimination technique. Now, this is the most important part. You go through all 4 options A, B, C, D, and you justify why A is the wrong answer, why B is the wrong answer, why C is the right answer, why D is also the right answer. And you justify, like, out of C and D, why, let's say, for example, C is the answer, why C is the best answer. You must have a justification for a question why this answer is a particularly right or wrong answer. And this only happens with continuously doing root cause analysis, continuously building the skill. Okay, that's how you solve question answers. That's how you solve question answers. Now, for this thing, the recent new document that I have written, 300 tips, I'll give it to you, to my all students. As first, today I'll give you 100 tips. Okay, you will read 2 times. Once you read, let's say, Amrit, you message me, Amir, I have gone through the tips 2 times and I totally understand. Now I'm ready for the next 100. I'll give you 101 to 200 tips. Then you will go through those tips. Again, even if you need to read 4 times, read 4 times. The goal is you understand, not memorize, every single tip of it. Every single tip of it. Once you understand, you go to the second, and then you go to the third one. 300. Sequence. Okay, so I like to make these documents, I like to give you these things so that you can quickly go through the content and understand this thing. Am I clear with this thing? How to solve PMP questions? Are they clear? Put something in the chat box. Is that clear to you? Put something in the chat box. Now comes the last thing. Time management. There are 230 minutes, that is 3 hours, 50 minutes in the exam. And there are 180 question answers. 230 minutes, 230 minutes, 3 hours 50. Now, the catch here is this. The section is divided into A, B, and C. First question is question 1 to 60, then 61 to 120, then 121 to 180. Okay, and then there are 10-minute break. There are 10-minute break. For you guys. Now, those 10-minute breaks, they are not included the 3 hours 50 minutes, which means if you skip those breaks, you do not get that time. That time is wasted. That time is not useful. That time is wasted somewhere else. Okay, so use those breaks, go to the toilets, relax, drink a small water, fresh into it. So when you start solving question number 1, okay, actually you have a 7-minute tutorial before that. Here your 230 minutes starts. Okay, you need to manage your time in a way. Once you are done with the 60 question, you are left with 150 minutes. Now I want to put very important thing. You can use all 230 minutes in the first 60 question. You can use as much as your time, but my recommendation is that solve the first 60 question in 80 minutes. Okay, which means 150 minutes are left, right? The first 4 or 5 questions will be punch on your face. They will be hard. So and you are just solving the question answer. There's an exam anxiety, things of those nature. So relax, solve the first 60 question in the 80 minute. Then take 10-minute break. Like after 60 question, when you press next, the exam will give you 2 options. Do you want to review? Okay, let's say I don't recommend review. You put no. Then do you want to take a break? Don't skip. Take a break. Your 230-minute timer, which is now 150, will stop. You have 10 minutes. Take a break. Relax. Like come back in 8 to 9 minutes. Okay. Now you come back. Now you start from 61 question. Very important. You cannot go back to the first 60 question. Even if you skip the break, even if you take the break or don't take the break, the first section is done. Now let's say you took the break. You started from 150 question, 150 minutes. 150, you should complete with 75 minutes remaining, which means the second section you should do in 75 minutes, which give us the last section 75 minutes. 80, 75, 75, that becomes 230 minutes. Okay, that becomes 230 minutes. Now, why do I say that? You see, one of these section A, B, C, one will be very hard, the one will be hard, and the one will be very easy. That is 90% of the time that exam happen. Like the first section is very hard, the second is easy, the third is easiest. Or the first is easy, second is very hard, third is hard. Or very easy, hard, very hard. Like Ravi Lalo, he cleared yesterday and I recorded his journey. I asked him, he told me like 2 students yesterday cleared, one Rahul Kohli from Canada, Ravi Lalo from Trinidad and Tobago. Both said that the last section was the hardest. Okay, so if you do not have 75 minutes, you will mess up. Even the last one is easiest. If you have less time, let's say 60 minutes, you will hurry up, you will violate the rule number 1, and you will mess up. Okay, so 80, 75, 75, that's a perfect combination. Or you can use 75, 75, 75, whichever one feels hardest, do that. Please do not try to complete quickly, do not try to move slowly. Now, a very important tip and trick that I give to my students. Let's say you are solving question 1 to 50. You are on question number 50 and you are done with 78 minutes. Like now you wanted to complete in 80 minutes, but you are left with 2 minutes, 10 question. Read the last line option quickly. Read the last line option quickly. Even if you make all the 10 question in the first section wrong, does not matter. Like you have 150-minute remaining and 120 question, you will 100% clear the exam. These 10 question does not matter as compared to those 120 question remaining. They are the real game. So don't hurry, take your time, quickly do this and take a break. Then same thing, let's say you are at question number 115 and the time remaining is 75 minutes. In next 1 to 2 minutes, read the question, answer, read the question, answer. Why? These 5 questions, they don't matter at all. What matter is these next 60 question. Those next 60 question can make or break your exam. And you should have 75 minute or minimum in a worst case scenario, 70 minute for the last scenario. Okay? So this is how you manage 80, 75, 75. Now, a very interesting thing. You cannot manage this thing, you cannot manage time unless you, this is a skill now, unless you are prepared for that. Unless you are prepared for that. And how do you prepare? When you get the simulator, like when you will reach the simulator, there will be 6 mocks of 180 that you will get, 6 mocks, and it will have 4 hours and 10 minutes. Like breaks are already included in that simulator so that you can properly manage into it. Okay, you can properly, after 60 question, take 10-minute break. After 120 question, take 10-minute break. Already in the exam scenario. And the beautiful part of the simulator that you will get, you cannot stop the timer. You cannot stop the timer. The reason being, I don't want you, like in Udemy, if you get a question, what people do, they do 10 questions, start doing their work, doing 20 questions. No. When it comes to the flow, I will be showing, like in the step 1, when you're step 1, you are solving topic question, that is flow of the topics part. You get a question without timer. But when you are preparing for the real exam, when you are preparing for the time management, I do not want you to have a timer that can stop. That's why I designed that. And of course, as the part of my program, you will get the simulator, right? So you will get the simulator with that. That is why, if you look at that, how my simulator is designed. How many of you have my simulator as of now? Like you guys are on the simulator. Of course, if you are a student, you have that. People, process, 180, random. Like, why do I do this? Because time management is one of the biggest reason why people fail in the exam. There are 6 mocks of 60 people with each 75 minutes. Why? So that you can be prepared to solve 60 questions. Okay, first you do people mock, right? Radha Krishna have the simulator. Good. Okay. You do people mock so that it can prepare you with that. Okay. Then if your scores are not good, you also go for process. If scores are good, you don't go to process. Again, 75 minutes. Then 11 into 60 random mocks, 75 minutes. If your time management is poor, you also do 30 question or even 15 question, which is in the simulator. Okay. So Zagam is saying people and process are done now doing 180. So 180 Zagam will be 6 mocks of 180 with 4 hours 10 minutes. Okay, like 2 breaks are already included into that. Solve the first 60 question in 80 minutes, then take 10-minute break. The timer will keep running. You just get up from your seat, relax, get back after 10 minutes, then 60 question, after 120 question, then take. This is preparing you for the third and the most important thing for PMP exam. Okay, even if you are not my student, you don't have a my simulator and you don't want to buy it, still get a simulator which cannot be stopped. It's very important. Otherwise, you will, when you get a call, you will stop it. When you have to go to toilet, you will stop it. Your body, you will not prepare for the real exam. Okay. So just to summarize what we discussed in order to pass PMP, you need to have three things. You need to know flow of PMP. PMP booklet helps you a lot into that. My mastery series help you write how to solve PMP questions. PMP booklet, PMP mastery series, PMP checklist. I did not talk about the checklist. I'll talk in a minute. How to solve PMP questions? For that, 7-step formula, $70 keywords, 300 tips. The third thing is time management. For that, first you do topic mocks without timer. Then people process mocks and 180, and you use 80 75 75 rule. Is that clear to everybody? Was that a good information? Okay. Talking about PMP checklist. Now, once you have taken the training from anywhere, even if you are my student, even if you are not my student, still you can buy this PMP checklist. You can also buy the editable copy where you can actually know that. I have designed this in a way that the content part, the first part, because that is the part where most people get confused. Okay, you go through the entire content and you understand that thing. For example, if we do the same thing what we did for stakeholder topics, okay, where is the checklist? If we go to the same thing what we did for the stakeholder topics, okay, you will get an editable copy if you get online, like you will if you are my student. So how does that help? Like, let's put the checklist here. Okay, and how easy this document is. Go through it, please, quickly. Once you have read it, let me know. I'll move it down. Right, okay, little bit down now till end. Done. That's now communication. That's it. The content is done. So this is why this method for you is there. Now follow this thing and you get a bulletproof system to become certified PMP. Please remember, skill RCA, like going to the question is important. But this is the heart and soul of it. It's a bulletproof system. I have developed this after a long time and this works 99.4 out of 100 times. That is my success record, by the way, what I just said. Okay, now let's solve the question answers. Let's go through it. That's what we were supposed to do today, but I just wanted to share into it. Okay, so we left from question number 15. Let's go from it. I need to use you need to use elimination technique to answer all the question, as we said. Okay. You are the project manager, you have review charter, okay? You are in initiation phase. There's a chance that some resources will leave. At which phase you will, what will you update this document here? Now, here, going back to the flow of PMP that we learned, we need to identify keywords that will tell us where are we, okay? So keywords here. We are in initiation. In initiation, there are only 3 documents: project charter, assumption log, and stakeholder register. Okay. Now, some resources are gonna leave. This is the key question. I'm slowed down, so I'm able to understand the context of the question. Okay. In initiation, what is not there? Use elimination technique. This is not there. What document you will update? I cannot update charter. Stakeholder register does not have any assumptions or any risk in it. I'll eliminate it. So automatically I'm left with one option, that is assumption log. So you go through that, you look into the question, you see, you solve it, and you work into that. You know the content. From the content part, I know what is an assumption log. From the content part, I know what are the 5 process group. Okay. From solving question answers, I know I need to slow down. I need to use elimination technique. I need to identify keywords. I did that. I came up with assumption log only. Simple as it is. Okay. So I want you to break down this question again. Like content wise, where are you? Okay. Which knowledge, which topic is being discussed? What is being said? What are the keywords so that we can break down the question? Okay, I'm getting messages from you guys, sir, about checklist and other documents. So for tips, I will only share the first 100 tips as of now. Then once you have given me a go ahead that you have read 100 tips and you have understood, then I'll share you the next 100 tips. Okay. Okay, now let's break down this question. Read the last line first. What will be the strategy for that? Okay. You're the project manager working in a petroleum company. Identifying stakeholder. Again, the content tell us where are we? We are here. You have one stakeholder, he is resistant to the project. He's against. Okay. Where do we find out someone is resistant? We found out here in stakeholder engagement plan. So the question can jump from one way to another. Okay. What will be the strategy to use? Now, I put power interest graph here. High power, high interest. Low power, low interest. Low power, high interest. High power, low interest. Now, who are the resistant stakeholder? Resistant stakeholder is someone who is extremely interested. Okay, extremely interested. So this is removed. Okay, and this is removed. Now, we consider resistant stakeholder are the important person. That is why we are valuing them. So those people which we value, they come here and we manage them closely. So between these two, we go with that. Again, I identify the question belong to stakeholder. We are in initiation. We are talking about the resistant stakeholder, the difficult stakeholder, what strategy we use for the resistant stakeholder. We manage them closely. I went through the each of the option. I use elimination technique and justified which answer is right. So manage closely become the right answer. And Naf, you cannot go with two options, B or C. In exam, you have only one option. Only one answer is the right answer. Okay. You are the project manager working in a large petroleum company. You are in the process of identifying stakeholder. Okay. Again, initiation. We have one stakeholder who is very important. Not managing him can make or break a project. You have found out he is resistant to the project. So what will you do? Send him daily report. He's already resistant. He's already resistant. I will not do that. Okay. So that's why we'll not do it. Send your team member. No. We are left with two options, B and C. Call him because he's resistant and want to make. No. Always face-to-face communication is the best case scenario. We go and talk to that person. We meet him personally. When you have a face-to-face communication, that is always the best case scenario. I want to meet him. I want to understand what's the problem. Why do you have that? I want to listen him. I want to understand him. Call is not that effective as compared to meeting. You see, we have a call, we have a video call on every single day, Nafi. But when we meet personally, we share a bread, we discuss things. Things become different for us. It becomes real for us. Okay? C is the right answer. Justify the answers. Sir, in this word. Yeah, what do you mean by in today's word? If you are solving PMP question, how many times I have to say it to you? You need to use a PMI methodology, not what happened, what you do. What you do is wrong. Even in today's world, like why do I am arranging meetup? I am going to Riyadh. I'm going to Dubai. I'm going to Abu Dhabi. Why I'm going there? Why I'm meeting those people? Because that face-to-face interaction is a lifelong relationship. What are you talking about, man? That's why we meet people who are resistant to us, yeah. During execution phase, a new stakeholder has been identified. You analyzed him. He's very important. You have added into stakeholder register. What will you do then? Okay. Now, we go to the PMP booklet. We see the sequence. When a stakeholder is identified, you prioritized him, analyzed him, stakeholder register is updated. Now we have to update a plan. The first plan updated is stakeholder engagement plan. But I cannot update stakeholder engagement plan without raising change request. So I'll raise a change request. Okay, I'll raise a change request. Again, for the content PMP booklet. We just went through that. Again, so we are interestingly are in the stakeholder topic, looking at the stakeholder questions so beautifully. That has worked very beautifully here today. So stakeholder was identified in execution. So now the question from initiation, planning, execution, the content says we are in execution. You have updated the project management plan. When does the project management plan updated? When all the plans are updated. So B is eliminated, okay, because already project management plan is updated. Stakeholders, D is eliminated because updated already. Raise a change request to update stakeholder plan. The project management plan is updated. So you are left with only the last option, assumption log. If you don't know the sequence, if you don't know the content, again, you cannot solve this question. Very important question. You need to know the flow of the PMP. Okay. Next question. Now, here the question says that he is receiving daily reports. We need to change the frequency. Like, what will you do next? Again, if the question said here, like stakeholder, it's not about the strategy. And we are not updating the plan. It's a very critical word. If we want to update the plan, we would need a change request. Here we don't need a change request. Okay, this will be the answer. No, no. Hmm. Hmm. Cultural training. Okay. So what should the project manager do that this does not happen who joins in future? They don't look at each other. Okay. Is this a diversity? Yes, it's a diverse thing that people don't look at each other. Okay. It's a right answer. Culture, yes, this is more specific. In the diversity, it's actually the culture that people that they have different type of culture here. So between A and B, A is eliminated, B is right. Emotional intelligence, yes. Political, no. So here in between all these answer, this is the best answer, B. Guys, I was looking at YouTube. 50 people were watching it. Only 7 people have liked it. So I'm gonna request you please like the YouTube video so that people can also watch that video. Okay. Okay, now let's see this question. A long question, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 liner. So always read the last line, especially when the question is more than 3 liner. That's what is said in the PMP booklet. The 7-step formula. When the question is more than 3 liner, always read the last line first. Okay. You have been asking your sponsor to make a decision. It has been 4 weeks. Sponsor is not asking it seriously. You shared this with project manager. He shared you that you are working where most of the decisions are made in the golf course or at smoking corner. Next weekend you went to play golf. You discuss the status and do it. Okay, there is a very interesting thing that happens here. How many of you smoke cigarette or drink alcohol or love food, whatever is your culture? I have nothing against it. For example, I was working in an organization some time back, and I don't smoke much, like maybe occasionally one cigarette in a month or two. I don't smoke. So I was working in an organization. My boss was a smoker, a chain smoker to be true. That's a long time back. So there was another engineer who was also a smoker. Now, every day, the boss, he was MD actually, he used to come down. He never has his own cigarette, interestingly. If you are a smoker, you know, you can even ask a labor, or labor can ask MD, do you have a cigarette? And they never mind it. They know that it is what it is. It's kind of, again, a culture of smokers. He used to come, he used to talk to engineer, smoke a cigarette, and then go. Now, that was very bothering to me, because there were so many times I used to ask for a meeting, the MD was never available. But every day or every other day, he used to come, he used to smoke a cigarette with him, spend like 20 minutes, discuss the things, and his things get approved. Has this happened to you guys? Has this happened to you? It's a very interesting thing, right? That's a very interesting thing. So the people discuss this thing. So what I did, I started, whenever MD used to come, I started bringing my lighter. I started bringing the same brand that he used to. I find out, and like a lot of decisions, whenever he, like even the first time the MD asked, you smoke? I said, I do smoke, but I smoke at a different time. So he started coming to me also. Like there was nothing special about that engineer, that he just needed to blow off his steam, and he used to come there. And my things starting getting better. I understand the culture, how the culture was working, and it helped me out. Important thing, this is what the culture is. Peter Drucker says culture eat strategy 7 days a week on the breakfast. Mind it, a brain tattoo. Culture eat strategy every single day of the week. Very important. Yes, thank you, Radha. Same goes with the coffee. If you have a cup of coffee with your CEO. Guys, please do like and comment so that this YouTube video can reach to other people. Okay, so now this is an interesting question that I did in one of the coaching call, I guess on Saturday, on Monday. In this question, you are talking about a very interesting thing. If this was not the line, okay, your communication tools comes under PMIS and PMIS comes under EF. One of these options would be the right answer. One of these options would be the right answer. But we are not talking about that. We are talking about that's how the keywords change a question for you. That's how the power of keywords is. So this is eliminated. These two documents C and D, they are used for future. But we update lesson learn register and that lesson learn is go for the future. Okay, we update lesson learn register that goes for the future. So here this will be the right answer. Okay, so this is a very interesting question. Okay, you are working in a project. In this project, you have to share a lot of information. Nafi, focus here. You are messing me personally. Focus here. I'm here with you. We will do push communication. Push communication is basically you get a phone call like Nafi just messaged me. Push communication. Thak. Right? Pull communication where you have to do effort. You did not ask for this. Do we do that in large project? Of course, notice board. We put in the notice board the information, push communication. We use microphone. We do calls people, push communication. Pull. We use dashboards, interactive. We have a one-to-one communication. We discuss to all the people. Nafi, do we do all these three things or not? Push, pull, and interactive. Yes or no? Do we use push, pull, and interactive, all three of them or no? Put something in the chat box. Nafi, I'm looking for a message. Do we use push? Do we use pull? Do we use interactive? In a large project, don't we use all three forms of communication? Put yes or no. How do we use do pull? You get a links from your organization. You get a link from the organization. You ask other people to send something. That's how you use pull information. You do that on your daily basis. You ask someone to share this information with me. You go and search the documents. Like there are artifact, there's a lesson learn repository. You go and search the file. That is a full information. Na? So we use all of them. That's a combination of all. So we use D option. Okay. Last question for today. Okay, so this is a very important thing. Many people get confused into it. Okay. Actually, let me go to the whiteboard. Initiation, planning, execution, monitoring and control, and closing. Here you get project charter, assumption log, stakeholder list. Here you make project management plan. Okay, here you do the work, you get deliverables. Here I get work performance data. Data is the raw information. Data is the raw information that you get. Raw information that you get directly from execution, the work you have done, the exact status, like how much work has done, the issue has happened. That is data. Now the data is combined. It goes to all departments: scope, schedule, cost, quality, risk, procurement, etc., etc. The data goes to the, let's say, risk department. Okay, they will compare it with their risk management plan, their risk register, risk report, how much they have done, how many risk has happened, how many risk can happen. They will produce their individual, each department will produce their individual work performance information. Same data goes to quality. They will show how many defects has happened, preventive, corrective, directive actions that happen. Cost will give us CPI and other things. Okay, their own, everyone will give their own work performance information, every department. Okay, all this information in integration will goes to project manager. PM will combine them in one comprehensive report that is called work performance report. Like how this scope is going to impact the schedule, how this schedule is going to impact the cost, how this is going to impact this, how the entire thing will work. He will make one report, that is work performance report. And then according to communication plan, it will shared in execution. Okay, so the data that you have, that get converted into information get converted into work performance report. Okay, now you share the information that is needed according to their requirement. That is C option. Okay, that is your right answer for this question. Now, if you are my student, okay, if you are my student on this Sunday, we are going to have an amazing 180 question answer session, mind blowing session. We are going to go through booklet and 180 question answer session. Okay. If you are not my student, even if you are my student, on next Thursday, same on New Year, on the New Year Eve, okay, on the New Year, I'm going to have 4-hour free session in which I'm going to summarize quickly PMP. We are going to go through also through PMP booklet, and so it will be a free session. And then we are going to solve 20 to 30 questions of PMI ATP. It will be my gift to all of you at New Year. So don't miss it. I'll send the registration link later. Yes, the question is asking what is the best method. Okay, the best method, whichever the question you are asking, I don't know, Swati, give me the question number. Okay, now if you are not my student and you want to become certified PMP quickly, because those are my students, they know that I have 4,000 plus PMP. I help people to get PMP quickly. Okay, like we have 4,000 people who did PMP with us. They already know that, right? I'm a contributor of PMBOK 8th edition. I have written 7 books. They know that. They join our program, right? These are the 4,000 people. Now we have crossed 850 actually. Like Sam John cleared from Kerala and Kuwait, Arvind from Qatar, Anup from Canada, Ali from Pakistan, Yasir from Bahrain, Deepa from Kuwait, Sri Lakshmi from Australia, Akhil from USA. He just said to me, Merry Christmas. Toin from Mauritius, Azif from Saudi, Aksa from Pakistan, Jishan from Saudi, Chandrakant from Qatar, Shubham from UAE, Suhail from USA, Nara from Europe, Akhil from UAE, Abdul Basit from Australia, Naima from Pakistan, Chetali, working mom of twins from India. So many people, those who have cleared PM, like 4,000 people who cleared, right? If you want to be like that, okay, if you want to be among the next certified PMP, okay, if you want to be next certified PMP, we use this 7-step formula, the system that helps you to become certified PMP, okay? This 7-step formula, and we make sure you become PMP in the minimum possible time. If that is someone that want to join the program, I will hold your hand, I will work with you, and I will make sure you become PMP. My class starts on 16th, but the pre-training will start from today. Okay, you will get the 35 PDUs. I'm PMI ATP. You will get a roadmap that works according to your requirement. I will do the time study. I will understand where do you fall. According to that, you will get a time study. You will get a follow-up, the most important thing. If you are my student, can you put something about customized roadmap or follow-up so that those people who are listening to this video, they can know about it. Then we do this like coaching call today. We do 4 of them. The next is the on Sunday. Okay, you get the part of the community simulator and all those things. All these things is in $899 alone. Okay, every single thing is worth more than $899, but the entire package here is for $899. I hope you enroll into this and we can start working into that. Okay, thank you very much, and with that I wish you best of luck and see you in the next coaching call. Bye-bye.
I would have not been able to clear the exam if Amir Ali would have not been there. I would have not been.
I did not believe that I will be able to clear my PMP within a month.
I don't know what to say actually, like I'm kind of like really trembling.
I got my results and I was above target in all 3 categories.
Wow.